Hi children, today we will start decimal numbers, is it? And we already studied decimal numbers in your earlier classes. Just recall everything one more time. What do you mean by decimal numbers? Or we can say decimals. What do you mean by decimal numbers? We already studied that the numbers expressed in decimal forms are called decimals, or you can say decimal numbers, okay? So, numbers expressed in decimal forms, that means if there is a decimal point in a number, we can say that's a decimal number, okay. And we already studied that a decimal number has two parts. Which are the two parts? Whole number part and a decimal part separated by a decimal dot. A decimal number has two parts. Which are the two parts? Whole number part and a decimal part separated by a decimal dot. Now look at this example. I already told you the numbers expressed in decimal forms are called decimals, or you can say decimal numbers. 6.8, 16.73, and one more thing, always we will read the decimal part independently, okay. That means separately you have to read, don't read it as 16.73, that is wrong. You have to read the decimal part separately, that means 16.73. One more example, 52.965. One more example, 125.01. These all are examples for decimal numbers, or you can say decimals, okay. And I already told you decimal number is having two parts. Which are the two parts? A decimal part and a decimal part and whole number part separated by a decimal point. Which are the two parts in a decimal number? Whole number part. The left side part is known as whole number part and the right side part is known as decimal part and separated by a decimal point. Okay, a decimal number has two parts, and look at this example. Suppose one more example, 23.654. Suppose it's an example. Always you read the decimal part separately. No, don't read it as 654. Always you have to read it, the digits separately. And this part is known as whole number part. This part is known as whole number part. And I already told you this is known as decimal part. Decimal part. And this dot is known as decimal point. Clear children? A decimal number has two parts, whole number part and a decimal part separated by a decimal point. Okay. Now, before moving in, first we have to learn about decimal place value chart. This also we learned in class 4, 5, 6, is it? So, decimal place value chart. Suppose we are having a number 365.732. Okay, suppose we are having a number 365.732. The whole number part places are same as our Indian system or international system, same. Whole number part, the first part is ones, second part is 10, third part is 100, 1, 10, 100,000, like places are same. 1, 10, 100,000, like that way it will go, okay. So, decimal part, the first place is, decimal part, the first place is 10th. What is the first place in the decimal part? 10th. First place after the decimal point is 10th. Second place is 100th. Second place is 100th. And listen children, what is the spelling of 100th? H-U-N-D-R-E-D-T-H, 100th. And what is the spelling of 10th? T-E-N-T-H, 10th. We will pronounce it as 10th, 100th. And the third place is 1000th. 1000th. Next place is 10,000, like that it will go, that you will study later, okay. So, decimal part, the first place is 10th, second place is 100th and the third place is 1000th, okay. After the decimal point, which is the first place, 10th, second place is 100th and third place is 1000th. Clear children? And how will we represent 10th? How will we represent 10th? 10th, look at this chart. 10th we will represent it by 1 by 10. 10th means 1 by 10. 100th means what? 1 by 100. And 1000th means 1 by 1000. Whole number part, the places are same. 1, 10, 100, 1000, like that it will go. Okay, whole number part, the place are same. 1, 10, 100, 1000, like that it will go. Decimal part, which is the first place? Decimal part, the first place is 1 by 10. 1 by 10, we will read it as 10th. And the second place is 100. That means 1 by 100. And the third place is 1000. That means 1 by 1000. I hope it's clear for you. Suppose okay, now listen children, suppose if you want to write the place value of each digit in this particular number. What is the number? 365.732. Suppose if you want to write the place value of this particular number, how will we write? We know that 3 is standing in 100th place. Is it? 3 is standing in 100th place. Sorry, 3 is standing in 100th place. So what is the place value of 3? 3 is standing in 100th place, so place value of 3 will be 300. Okay, 3 is standing in 100th place, so what is the place value of 3? 300. Now 6 is standing in which place? 6 is standing in which place? 6 is standing in 10th place, so what is the place value of 6? 6 into 10, 60. The place value of 6 is 60. The place value of 3 is 300. And 5 is standing in 1's place. So, what is the place value of 5? 5 into 1 is equal to 5 itself. Okay, what is the place value of 5? 5 itself. So, how did you find the place value of the whole number part? Like the same way you have to find the place value of the decimal part. We already studied for finding the place value of a particular digit, you have to multiply the digit with the corresponding place. Okay, like the same way 7 is standing in 10th place. You know that how will we represent 10th? That means 7 into 1 by 10. Okay, 10th means 1 by 10. So, 7 into 1 by 10, what is the answer? 7 by 10. What is the place value of 7? 7 by 10. Like the same way 3 is standing in 100th place. 3 is standing in 100th place. How will we represent the 100th? 1 by 100. So, how will we find the place value of 3? 3 into 1 by 100, and we already studied fraction multiplication, is it? So, what is the place value of 3? 3 by 100. I hope it's clear. Now, 2 is standing in 1000th place. So, what is the place value of 2? 2 into 1 by 1000. So, what is the place value of 2? 2 by 1000. Is it clear children how to write the place value of each digit in a decimal number? Be careful, after the decimal point, the first place is 10th, second place is 100th and the third place is 1000th, like that it will go. And how will we represent 10th? 10th is representing by 1 by 10. How will we represent 100? 100th is represented by 1 by 100. And how will we represent 1000? 1 by 1000. 1 by 1000. So, if you want to find the place value, just multiply it like this way. I will give you one more example. One more example I will give you. And we studied numbers expressed in decimal form. That means if there is a decimal point in a number 653.742. If there is a decimal point in your number, we can say that that is a decimal number, or you can say that is a decimal. Okay, decimals or decimal number we can say, and this is the whole number part and this is the decimal part, and this dot is known as decimal point. That this much is clear, and just recall the places. This is ones, this is tens, this is hundreds, then thousand, like that it will go. Decimal part, the first place is 10th, second place is 100th. 100th, when you are writing, write it completely. 100th, what is spelling? You have to include th to 100, okay? And the third place is 1000. Okay, now we have to write the place value of this particular number. How will we write the place value? 6 is standing in 100th place. So, what is the place value of 6? 600. And 5 is standing in 10th place. So, what is the place value of 5? 50. 5 into 10, 50. 3 is standing in 1's place. So, what is the place value of 3? 3 into 1, 3. Okay, then 7 is standing in 10th place. 10th place means 7 into 1 by 10. What is the answer? 7 by 10. Okay. Now 4 is standing in 100th place. So what is the place value of 4? 4 into 1 by 100. What is the answer? 4 by 100. Multiply the numerator and write the same denominator. 2 is standing in 1000th place. So what is the place value of 2? 2 into 1 by 1000 is equal to 2 by 1000. I hope it's clear. Place value of each digit in a particular number is clear, children? Clear? Suppose if you want to write the expanded form of this particular number, how will we write? We already studied for writing the expanded form, just include one addition sign. Okay. So what is the expanded form? We can write it as 600 plus 50 plus 3 plus 7 by 10 plus 4 by 100 plus 2 by 1000. This will be the expanded form of this particular number. For writing the expanded form, first you write the place value of all the digits in the particular number and just include one addition sign to it. That will be the expanded form of a particular number. Is it clear, children? So, expanded form, just include the addition sign. Place value of each digit is clear. This is the place value of 6, 5 and place value of 3. And place value of 7 is 7 by 10. Place value of 4 is 4 by 100. Place value of 2 is 2 by 1000. And how did you get the place value? Is the step is clear, children? Now we will move to the next topic. Then you have to learn about like decimals and unlike decimals. And this also you already learned. Like decimal means what? If the number of decimal places are same. If the like decimals are decimals having same number of digit after the decimal point or equal number of decimal places. That means if the number of digits in the decimal part is same, we can say that they are like decimal. If the number of digits in the decimal part. Now look at this example. Look at this example. 3.65 and 4.14.72. Look at this example. We have to check whether they are like decimal or not. Like decimal means if the number of digits in the decimal part is same. Number of digits in the decimal part. Here decimal part is this. Is it? This is the decimal part. Don't look at the whole number part. If the whole number part number of digits is different also, no problem for that. You only look at the decimal part. So in the decimal part here how many digits are there? Here 2 digits. Here how many digits are there? Here also 2 digits. So we can say that 3.65 and 14.72 are like decimals. Clear, children? If the number of digits in the decimal part is same, or we can say that equal number of decimal places. Equal number of decimal places means number of digits in the decimal part is same. So if the number of digits is same in the decimal part, we can say that they are like decimal. So what do you mean by unlike decimal? If the number of digits in the decimal part is different, we can say they are unlike decimal. If the number of digits in the decimal part is different, that means 6.731 and 189.2. Look at this question. Look at this question. Here how many decimal places are there? Decimal places or number of digits in the decimal part. Here how many digits? 3 digits are there. Here how many digits? 1 digits are there. So they are having different number of digits in the decimal part. So we can say that these are unlike decimals. Unlike decimals. Okay. So if the number of digits in the decimal part, only you look at the decimal part, don't look at the whole number part. If the number of digits in the decimal part is same, we can say that they are like decimals. If the number of digits in the decimal part is different, we can say that they are unlike decimal. I hope it's clear, like decimal and unlike decimals. Now, find the like decimals in the given set of decimals. Now, 3 numbers are given there. Which are the 3 numbers? 6.9, 7.15, 17.26. 3 decimal numbers are given there. Here, from this question, which are the like decimals here? Like decimal means just count look at the decimal part. Here 1 digit, here 2 digit, here also 2 digit. So which are the like decimals here? We can say that 7.15 and 17.26 are like decimal. What is the reason for that? Because the number of digits in the decimal part is same. Clear children? 7.15, be careful, don't read the decimal part together, read it separately. 7.15 and 17.26 are like decimal. What is the reason? In these two decimal numbers, the digits in the decimal part is same. Okay, now number of digits in the decimal part is same, so we can say that they are like decimal. Now we have to study about comparison of decimal numbers. This also we already learned in the earlier classes, is it? Suppose if you want to compare two numbers, suppose 36.01 and 7.2. Suppose if you want to compare two numbers, two decimal numbers, the first step is that you have to convert them into like decimal. What is the first step? If you want to compare two decimal numbers, we have to convert them into like decimal. And how will we convert a unlike decimal into like decimal? We already learned that by giving required number of zeros to the extreme right of the number, we can convert an unlike decimal into like decimal. By giving zeros to the extreme right. Extreme right means this side, okay? Extreme right of this number means this side. Extreme right means this side. Extreme right, if you are giving required number of 0, we can convert an unlike decimal into a like decimal. Now how will we convert it? Here how many digits are there? Here 2 digits are there. Here only 1 digit. So if one more digit is there, we can say that these two are like decimals, is it? So for doing that, for converting to like decimal, what you will do? 36.01, just give 1 0 to the extreme right. Just give 1 0 to the extreme right. We can convert unlike decimals into like decimals by giving zeros to the extreme right. Be careful children, extreme right of the number, okay. So here 2 digit, here 2 digit. So our problem is solved. Now these they are like decimals. So what is the first step for doing the comparison? First we have to convert the unlike decimals into like decimals, okay. Now the second step is that if you want to compare these two decimal numbers, you look at the whole number part. Here it is 36, here it is 7. And we know that 36 or 7, which one is the greatest number? 36 is the greatest number. And after converting them into like decimal, which number is having the greater whole number part, that particular number will be the greatest number. Which number is having the greater whole number part, that particular number will be the greatest number. So among these two numbers, which is the greatest number? We can say that 36.01 is greater than 7.20. Clear children? If you want to compare two decimal numbers, first we have to convert them into like decimal. That is the first step. First you have to convert them into like decimal. How will we convert it into like decimal? By giving zeros to the extreme right, okay. Here 2 digits are there, here only 1 digit. So we have to convert them into like decimal. So we already give 1 0 to that, okay. After converting them into like decimal, you look at the whole number part. Which number is having the greater whole number part? That particular number will be the greatest number, okay. So we can say that 36.01 is greater than 7.20. Now suppose the question is 93.020 and 93.01 or okay 01. What you have to do? What is the first step? First we have to convert them into like decimal, is it? The first step is same. If you want to compare two decimal numbers, first we have to convert them into like decimal. Here 3 digits are there, here only 2 digits. So what we will do? We will give 1 0 to the extreme right, so it also become 3 digit, okay. So if the number of digits are same in the decimal part, that means if they are like decimal, you start looking from the whole number part. Whole number part, here it is 93, here also 93, both are same. 93, 93. If the whole number part is same, what is the second step? Just move to the decimal part. Look at the first digit in the decimal part. First digit, here it is 0, here also 0. That means the 10th place digits are same. If the 10th place digits are same, look at the 100th place. Here it is 2 and here it is 1. 1 or 2, which is the greatest digit? 2 is the greatest digit. So, that particular number will be the greatest number. So, we can say 93.020 is greater than 93.010. Okay. So, if the whole number part is same, start moving to the decimal part. Start look on what's the decimal part. First you look at the 10th place, if the 10th place is same, look at the 100th place, if the 100th place is same, look at the 1000th place, like that it will go, as we studied earlier for the comparisons, okay. So, wherever you are getting the greatest digit, that particular number will be the greatest number. I hope it's clear. I will give you one more example. One more example, suppose the question 20.36 and 21.312. Okay, suppose the question is this, what is the first step? You have to convert them into like decimal. Okay, we have to compare these two numbers 20.36 and 21.312. The first step is that you have to convert them into like decimal. So, first you count which number is having greatest number of decimal places. Here 3 digits are there, here only 2 digits. So, what we have to do, by giving 1 0, we will convert that into like decimal. So, what is the 20.360? So, then 21.312. By giving zeros to the extreme right of the number, we converted the unlike decimals into like decimals. Okay. Now, for doing the comparison, you look at the whole number part. Here it is 20, here it is 21. We know that 20 or 21, which is the greatest number? 21 is the greatest number. So, we can say that 20.360 is less than 21.312. Okay children, I hope the comparison rule is clear. If the whole number part is same, start looking onwards the decimal part. Look at the first place, second place, like that it will go. Where you are getting the greatest digit, that particular number will be the greatest number. I hope the introduction part of the decimal number is clear. Now we will do problems in the next videos. Okay. Thank you children. Have a nice day.